Today we are going to be learning subtraction of numbers. Subtraction of 4-digit numbers without regrouping. Let's start. Let's take an example. Let us subtract 4,573 from 9,894. Steps of solution. Step 1. Subtract the ones. That is 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. 1 comes in the ones place. Step 2. Subtract the tens. So, 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. Therefore, 2 is in the tens place. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds. That is, 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. 3 is in the hundreds place. Step 4. Subtract the thousands. That is, 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. Therefore, 5,321 is your answer. Subtraction of 4-digit numbers with regrouping. Subtraction by borrowing from the tens place.
Subtract 3,559 from 5,872.
Steps of solution. Step 1. Subtract the ones place. But since there are not enough ones, we are going to take the numbers or borrow the numbers from the tens place and put it on the ones place. For example, 7 tens, 2 ones would further become 6 tens and 12 ones. Therefore, 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. 3 comes under the ones column. Step 2. Subtract the tens. 6 tens minus 5 tens is equal to 1. 1 comes under the tens column. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds place. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Therefore, 3 also comes under the hundreds column. Step 4. Subtract the thousands. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. 2 comes under the thousands place. Therefore, 2,313 is your answer. Borrowing from the hundreds place. Subtract 5,493 from 7,964. Steps of solution. Step 1. Subtract the ones. Here, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 comes under the ones column. Step 2. Subtract the tens. But since there are not enough tens in the tens place, we borrow from the hundreds place. Therefore, 906 tens becomes 816 tens. 16 minus 9 is equal to 7 tens. 7 comes under the tens column. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Therefore, 4 comes under the hundreds column. Step 4. Subtract the thousands. 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. 2 comes under the thousands column. Therefore, the answer is 2,471. Borrowing from the thousands place. Subtract 4,935 from 6,587. Step 1. Subtract the ones. So 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. 2 comes under the ones column. Step 2. Subtract the tens. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. 5 comes under the tens column. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds. But since there are not enough hundreds, we will have to borrow 1 from the thousands place. Therefore, 6,500 would become 5,015 hundreds. Therefore, 15 minus 9 is equal to 6. 6 comes under the hundreds place. Step 4. Subtract the thousand. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 comes under the thousands column. Therefore, you get the answer as 1,652. Borrowing from the thousands, hundreds and the tens place. Let us start. Subtract 5,688 from 9,537. Step 1. Subtract the ones. But since there are not enough ones, we are going to be borrowing 1 tens to the ones place. 3 tens and 7 ones would further become 2 tens and 17 ones. Therefore, 17 minus 8 is equal to 9. 9 comes under the ones column. Step 2. Subtract the tens. But since there are not enough tens, we are going to be borrowing 100s to the tens place. Therefore, 502 tens would further become 412 tens. 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. Therefore, 4 would come under the tens column. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds. But there are not enough hundreds in the hundreds place, therefore we would take 1 from the thousands place. So, 9,400 would become 8,1400. Therefore, 14 minus 6 is equal to 8. Therefore, 8 would come under the hundreds place. Step 4. Subtract the thousands. 8 thousands and 5 hundreds. That is 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Therefore, 3 comes under the thousands place. Hence, the answer is 3,849. Subtracting across 0. Let us subtract 5,205 from 1,187. Step 1. Subtract the ones. But since there are not enough ones, we are going to be borrowing 1 from the tens place. But the tens place also doesn't have enough numbers. Therefore, we are going to be borrowing 1 from the hundreds place. 2 hundreds and 0 tens will be equal to 1 hundreds and 10 tens. Further, 10 tens, 5 ones will be equal to 9 tens, 15 ones. Therefore, 15 minus 7 is equal to 8. 8 comes under the ones column. Step 2. Subtract the tens. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. 1 comes under the tens column. Step 3. Subtract the hundreds. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. 0 comes under the hundreds column. Step 4. Subtract the thousands. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Therefore, 4 comes under the thousands column. Hence, your answer is 4,018. Checking off answer. When we add the difference to the smaller number, we get the larger number. For example, when we subtract 4,235 from 5,876, we get the answer as 1,641. Now when you have to check the answer, you add 4,236 with 1,641. If you get the answer as 5,876, your answer is correct. To find the missing number. To find the smaller number, you have to add the difference with the larger number. And to find the larger number, you have to subtract the difference from the smaller number. Properties of subtraction. Property number 1. In subtraction, we cannot change the order of the numbers. For example, 3,625 minus 2,768 is not equal to 2,768 minus 3,625. Property number 2. When we subtract a number from itself, the difference is 0. For example, 63 minus 63 is equal to 0. Property number 3. When we subtract 0 from a number, the number we get is the number itself. For example, 3,241 minus 0 is equal to 3,241. Property number 4. When we subtract 1 from a number, we get the predecessor of the number. For example, 6,493 minus 1 is equal to 6,492, which is the predecessor of 6,493.